So it's like midnight, and I'm out here picking these chicken of the woods mushrooms. It's just the thing to do on a Friday night, I guess. Pick chicken of the woods mushrooms, right?
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good today. So today's video is going to be about chicken of the woods mushroom. Now, I was out picking that chicken of the woods mushroom with my brother on a Friday night once. I'm going to tell you that story here in a little bit. Really cool thing. Any photo that I have, any mushroom video that I have, it brings back memories to me. And from when I was picking that to the people I was with, where I was at, all of that stuff, it just comes right back in my head. It's really neat. So if you ever have the chance to go out and look for some mushrooms and forage with some friends, you should do it. Take pictures of it. Remember those memories because they'll come back to you when you look at the photos. And anyway, guys, what I want to do today is I want to teach you all about chicken of the woods. Chicken of the woods is a very easy to identify mushroom. It's extremely easy to spot. So anyway, we're going to go over some of the key identifying features today, where you can find the chicken of the woods, what it tastes like, how you can cook it, all that. All right, guys, let's get it.
All right, everyone, here it is. I got a throwback photo from 2019 with me holding a chicken of the woods mushroom I found when I was with my brother again. We were in southern Illinois morel hunting. I happened to spot this one growing in a very small form, in what is called the primordia form. Anyway, I could tell by the color and the shape this was going to be a chicken of the woods mushroom, and I told my brother, hey man, I was like, we got to come back here in a week because this is going to be a chicken of the woods mushroom and it's going to be awesome. Sure enough, we came back, I picked it, and we were good to go. We had a nice dinner that night. They taste just like chicken too, by the way, just like a chicken breast. Now, I want to go over some of the key identifying features. As you can see, they have this yellow poured underside with some orange tones to it, and it actually has orange on top. And you can also see that it is growing on a decomposing log right here in a shelf-like formation. You will find these growing on logs like this. They can be a broken down tree. It can actually be a tree that is living. Typically, those trees that you will find them on, though, are about to die. The chicken of the woods can be classified as a parasitic mycorrhizal mushroom. As in, I've seen them take over what is considered the host, as in an oak tree, and typically they will take over a tree that is damaged and it is about to die. The tree dies, and then the chicken of the woods continues to decompose the tree when it's laying on the ground, or maybe if somebody cuts the tree down, sometimes you may find a chicken of the woods growing on a stump. One of the key identifying features of the chicken of the woods is the poured underside. This puts it in the classification of polypore mushrooms. So when you think you've identified a chicken of the woods mushroom, make sure it has a poured underside, and that is also one of the key identifying features. All these mushrooms pictured here, by the way, I found on a decomposing log just behind a park, actually. You can find these things in parks and all sorts of things like that. They can be literally anywhere. Just seeing this photo here makes me remember the day like it was yesterday. I remember picking up this stick, finding that chicken of the woods, and thinking to myself, all right, Mike, you might actually have a good day today finding some chicken of the woods. I literally found this one as soon as I started walking down the trail. I looked to my right, I saw that bright orange color, and then I knew exactly what it was. Picked it up and put it in the mushroom bag. And then look at this. Do you guys know what happened next? I walked down the path, and believe it or not, I actually smelled this mushroom before I saw it. As you can tell, it's huge. But I was walking, my little olfactory sense in my nose kicked in. I looked to my left, and bam, there it was. This giant log completely fruited out with chicken of the woods mushroom. So I actually smelled that one before I saw it. True story.
All right, so these next few clips about chicken of the woods mushroom, I have cool stories about every single one of these. So first one, guy called me up. He was like, hey, Mike, I found a chicken of the woods mushroom. It's right down the road from where you're at. You should go get it. And then I was like, man, I don't really know exactly where I'm going to be able to find it. How can you tell me where it is? He sent me GPS coordinates. First time anyone ever did that. Super cool. And then I went and picked that mushroom. Here's the mushroom.
I will never forget it when I walked up on this thing. Thought it was so cool. I've never even put GPS coordinates into my cell phone before, but I did drop the pin on the map Was walking to it, just followed the little arrow where it was pointing me, had to walk up a ridge, and bam, there it was. So thank you, Steve, for telling me where that chicken of the woods was.
As you can tell, this Latoporus sulphureus is so easy to see, so bright, had that yellow port underside, orange top. So you can find them at almost any hour of the day, even if you're looking hard enough. So I got a cool story. My brother, okay, he called me up one night and he was like, "Hey, Mike, I got a mushroom I think you might want." Sure enough, it was on a Friday night. Farmers market was the next day, and people love chicken of the woods. So I had to go check this out. So anyway, I went over with my brother and see what he had to show me. I was like, "Hey, where's it at, man?" He was like, "Oh, it's down at the creek. I was down at the creek." So I get in his Jeep, all right, and he's got the front just packed full of stuff, so I have to ride in the back of the Jeep. So I'm riding in the back of the Jeep at midnight, mind you. We're going down towards this creek, and I didn't even know how far back this mushroom was, but he was like, "Oh, it's not that far back there." All of a sudden, I realized we were going pretty deep along this woods, and I was like, "Dude, holy crap! Can you get your Jeep through all this?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I cut a path." So he was already through there. He had cut the path before. But anyway, we get down to the part on this creek, and we get out of the Jeep, and he was like, "All right, man, it's up here. Go take a look at it and let me know what you think." And then here's what we saw.
So it's like midnight, and I'm out here picking these chicken of the woods mushrooms. It's just the thing to do on a Friday night, I guess. Pick chicken of the woods mushrooms, right?
So that was the chicken of the woods my brother and I found at midnight on a Friday night. That was such an awesome memory. I want to say, if you guys have not subscribed to this channel already, make sure you click subscribe right now so you can see more mushroom videos like this in the future. Also, drop a comment below. Let me know what kind of encounters you've had with the chicken of the woods mushroom, whether you found it in the forest or you've eaten it. Now, as far as eating this mushroom, what does it taste like? Like I said, this thing tastes just like chicken, and not to be confused with the hen of the woods, because they are two totally different things. The chicken of the woods is one of a kind. It is the one that tastes like chicken breast. So if you're trying to mimic chicken perfectly, you want the chicken of the woods. And you could cut this into strips. You could do like a simple saute with it, or you could cut it into strips or portions and bread and fry like you would a chicken strip. But those are just different ways you can enjoy this mushroom. Anyway, guys, until next time, like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.